Hmm. Make sure everything is good. The levels, the levels, the levels, can you do the JRX? Tune in, tune in, tune in. The Black Hair Party presents the Real Talk Show where we talk about friendship, love, and purpose. Right here is your host, JRX36, and our special guest, Jacob. Are you? And this is an All Ages Alliance production. Thank you, thank you. Come with me on a journey back through time. Once again, it's another day, it's another journey. To what day shall we go back? Let's go back to some time in January. I like January. January. Oh, look, how about this? We'll do this short episode on January.
I got in late and
Okay.
I got in late and
That's why I was kind of running late too. I've been in the office all day and stuff too.
okay,
So if you want to make tonight a brief check-in, that's cool with me.
down with that.
Yeah, if you want to make it a brief check-in, I spoke with my boss today.
No, I think we did that one already. Not too long ago. So we'll try this one. I probably think we did this one too. Let's see. There you go.
Tune in. The Black Hair Party presents the Real Talk Show where we talk about love, friendship, and purpose. Rewind. Tune in. The Black Hair Party presents the Real Talk Show where we talk about friendship, love, and purpose. Friendship has everything to do with aura. Love is a more, and purpose is about saving time. I am your host, JRX36, and this is an All Ages Alliance production. What it do? Today we will talk about whatever comes up to my mind.
And what is
What's
it?
on my mind? My mind is the word friendship. Friendship is on my mind.
I think we
On
done
this show, we talk about friendship, we talk about love, we talk about purpose. Today, we want to continue to talk about friendship. Tell me about the company you keep. Who do you spend time with? Who do you dedicate your free time to? Who do you dedicate your free time to? Who do you dedicate your work time to? Who is your company? And that's what we focused on today. Yesterday we talked about love. We kind of reviewed these 11 signs that you're in a relationship with someone that's being faithful. Not sure we even got through them. We got through them once when I was by myself, and then I attempted to go through them, but my man Steve, the voice of the streets. But here we are. Thursday, January 7th, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Another episode. Friendship. So some of our friends are confidants. Some of our friends are comrades. Some of our friends are constituents. Let's break that down. Let's unpack, reimagine, recreate the reality we live in. Let's dive deep on what it is to be a confidant. So confidant, got the word confident. And then you got the word confident. That's the con man, con person, the confident person, the confidant. So if there's 100 and you got some confidants, we're talking about 2 or 3. Confidants are individuals that you could open up to and to share some secrets.
They are like trusted advisors. Your comrades are just associates. Your constituents are friends. You could share more, but you can't really expect much back in return, you know, because life is challenging and it's filled with tasks and things to do.
Confidants are individuals that you feel comfortable speaking about the future to. Now, I practice the unpopular practice of sharing your future thoughts freely. I don't discriminate, you know, family, friend, or foe. I'm gonna tell you what's on my mind. And I'm gonna tell you what I'm thinking and what I'm trying to do and how I'm gonna do it. You know, I will telegraph my moves because that's the kind of person I am. And some will question that and suggest that it's not wise to do that. And I got my reasons and motives. One being that it sharpens my ability to think by being able to bounce it off people of different backgrounds and belief systems and perspectives. However, you know, I have heard loud and clear the reasons why many recommend not to do that.
I get
So you got the confidant. The confidant is the one that
But before we move on, to share your thoughts and dreams with those that don't appreciate it, to share your thoughts and dreams with those that would be called cynics or haters of you, to share your thoughts, your dreams, and feelings with those people may disrupt you because you're not going to get the energy that you would expect to get from a person that you're sharing, you know, from a person that's sharing good news like that. You would expect some sort of positive energy exchange. And if you don't feel that, it's possibly because they're a hater. And, you know, and if they're a hater, then you can expect them to behave as one, you know, when you express to them your dreams, your thoughts and feelings, you know. So I hear that point as well, but I know for me, sharing my thoughts, dreams, and feelings with everybody allow me to get more data, more information, you know, more reactions. Am I speaking clearly? Am I not speaking precise enough? And there's not that much haters, you know. I mean, people got their things about them, but not everyone. There's a lot of lovers out there. There's a lot of people that want you to win, you know, and they'll give you their best, honest feedback. And then your words got to get more precise so that you can more clearly explain or describe what it is that you're trying to do.
you can call your true friends. That's true friendship. We've talked about what true friendship means on the show. True friendship. I'm gonna go ahead and just Google it just so we could, you know, have some reference. You know, and then here we go. True friendship. The definition of a true friend is someone who has your back no matter what. They watch out for you and ensure you're not in danger. They will never purposely lead you into making decisions that aren't good for you. A true friend will always have your best interests at heart. We broke that down. We unpacked it, reimagined it, and recreated it in the words of the wise man, D. Stacy.
Shout out.
And I'm gonna go ahead and just read some of these images that speak on friendship. A true friend doesn't care if you're rich or poor, if you're being an ass, what you weigh, what you look like, if your house is a mess, what car you drive, or if you have a family of crazy people. Your conversation will pick up where they left off, even if months have passed. They will be there for you when you need them most, and despite your faults, will love you with all their heart and cherish the moments, the times spent with you. Yeah, that's true friend. Let's go on to the next definition of true friendship. And I'll go ahead and read these statements made by Michael Joseph Stalin. Accepts you as you are. True friendship accepts you as you are, believes in you, celebrates your success, defends you, encourages you, forgives you no matter what, gives you what you need, has patience with you, inspires you, judges you, rarely but fairly, keeps your secret, loves you for who you are, makes you feel better, never abandons you, opens doors for you, prods you, quells your fears, restores your confidence, shares the joy and grief, tells you the truth, understands you the best, values you, wants the best for you, expects the best from you, yanks you back to reality, zeroes in on what's wrong. Accept you as you are, as is. That's the way I say it. We
As is the motto. I mean, as is the motto. Accept me as this. I'd like to add another element of a true friendship. True friendship is one where the two individuals or more ask each other permission to talk about the past or the future. Basically, it's like a check-in. It doesn't have to be formal, but it's like, yo, you got a minute so we can talk about the past. It could get disruptive. Or you got a minute so we could talk about the future. It could get disruptive. Or you got some time so we could talk about X, Y, or Z, like just check in to see if the vibe is right, if the time is right. That way you don't have to put you and your relationship in a situation that y'all may not want to be in. So I think it's important to get permission. Something as simple as, yo, you want to talk about the future? It's about this subject. It's about money, about the future, Yes or no?
we all love ourselves as is. What does it mean as is? It means that there's nothing that you got to do to have any value. You are valuable as is, productive or not, healthy or not, rich or not. You are accepted as is. Now that gets complicated. So what if as is means a criminal? Do you accept the criminal in his criminal state, in his delinquent state, in his antisocial state? And the answer in my book is yes, because who of us is without sin? Who of us is without fault? Who of us deserves anything from another?
Yeah, but there's levels to it, broski. There's levels to it. If that person committed a crime, like hurt someone, he or she definitely needs to get their consequence.
We were born, we come into this world, physically sometimes, mentally for sure, alone. And by that I mean we come in as individuals that grow with our own thoughts and perceptions about reality. Even if you're twin, you're still an individual. And true friendship does accept you as you are. It doesn't mean that consequences aren't given when necessary. It doesn't mean that there's an absence of boundaries. There's boundaries and there's consequences. However, you are accepted as is. True friendship believes in you. What does it mean to believe? To believe is to support. And if not to support, to believe is to acknowledge. And if not to acknowledge, to believe is to recognize. And they all related in some way, shape, or form, but if you go deep into belief, into belief in you is the idea that a true friend has thoughts about your success, has thoughts about your worthiness. And if a true friend doesn't find you worthy of friendship, then it's not a true friend, it's just a comrade, someone who's in a relationship with you because it's beneficial to them at this moment. That's a comrade. I'm not mad at comrades. However, a confidant accepts you as you are. A confidant believes in you. A confidant celebrates your successes, defends you, encourages you, forgives you no matter what. We're going to get to forgives you no matter what. It's that right there, the challenging one, especially when the behaviors are criminal. Are you to accept as is a criminal? Are you to accept as is someone with an antisocial attitude and behaviors, a history of antisocial behavior? That's where it gets challenging. And I'm just talking, so you just let me know when you feel what I'm saying. Not that I'm gonna notice because I'm not in a position to even see your response. But a true friend celebrates your success, and I mean they're not happy when you fail. They're not "I told you so" in you. They are encouraging. They are finding ways to contribute to your success so that they can celebrate your success. That's a true friend. That's a confidant, not just a comrade. A confidant defends you, and who doesn't deserve to be defended?
And this tough love approach is not for everybody, or probably not for most bodies. It is for some bodies, but not for everybody or most bodies. So the idea that you could insult people, whether it's body shaming, whether it's finance shaming, whether it's relationship, whatever form of shaming with the intent to get a different result, you got to check in with that person, because I would say most people don't care to be spoken to like that. So that's something you want to check in, especially with a friend, don't just shame a person and think it's cool. They might not be cool with it. They might not be cool with it. Now, it may motivate them like it does motivate others. But you want to ask permission before you shame people.
I can make a list of some crimes that can cause individuals to be like, well, if a person does that or that, they don't deserve to be defended. And I might agree to some extent, However, it would be the goal that everybody has a true friendship, someone that does defend you. And it doesn't mean that you don't receive the consequences of your behavior. However, they will defend your ability to reset, to forgive and forget, and to start anew, experiencing new now. That is available to all of us, sinners and not. Meaning those that miss the target as well as those that hit the target. We all ought to be defended by a friend, a true friend, a confidant, someone who accepts us as we are, believes in us, celebrates our success, defends us, encourages us. What does it mean to encourage? To encourage is to endorse. To endorse is to support, and to believe is to back up. True friendship isn't about only being there when it's convenient. It's about being there when it's not. It's a quote I'm just reading here. If a friendship lasts longer than 7 years, you're no longer just friends, you're family. But we have family members that are just comrades, individuals that are just here out of their self-interest, and that's cool to an extent. I got love for you. However, when you're just self-interested, you get your own consequence. There's a universal power that oversees all of our affairs, and some people call it karma. Some people call it cause and effect. That's the real thing. True friendship encourages you. That means a true friend gives you feedback while on the path that you're on, in order to keep you motivated and inspired to continue, to work, to strive, to do your best, to stand tall, to find your team. A lot of us want to do things solo, and that's cool. However, when you build a team and you make yourself part of a team, you're able to scale your vision. That means if you're here to have an impact on the world, two people can do more than one.
And the pursuit to scale can be a source of pressure, can be a source of suffering. It's not required. You could do it by yourself. You could do it solo. You could. Now you could do it with company, and I would say that might be a little bit more fun, or it could be fun, but it comes with certain consequences. You got to deal with other people's emotions. You got to deal with people and their ability to deal with their emotions. So you may be in positions where you may be in conflict or not. So either way works. You just got to know what season you're in.
Not to say that there isn't one that can do more than the average two. But if you got one that can do more than the average two, and you have two that can do more than the average two, and you got two ones that are doing more than the one can do more than the average two.
So much more
It gives you no matter what. Forgiveness doesn't have anything to do with consequences. You get your consequences. You always do it. You put your hand over fire, you will be burned. Now, if you move it just quickly, you might escape without damage. However, the consequence of playing with fire is that you can get burned. So forgiveness, no matter what, doesn't affect the consequences, because we all will ultimately learn a lesson by living through the pain or living through the consequences of our choices. True friendship gives you what you need. What do you need? Some people need attention. Some people need power. If you're someone that's been a victim of some sort,
and you need affection, then that's the perfect person to get that from, is someone that you trust. It doesn't even have to be an intimate person. You can get affection from a relative. You can get affection from friends. It's just affection. It doesn't have to go all the way into that like that. But you can get affection from friends.
Then there may be space in your heart to be filled by having power over situations. Nothing wrong with that. That's like a manager. Managers has individuals they manage, and they exercise power over them through the art of delegation, art of instruction. These are tools that are available to an individual in order to be able to meet their own needs or meet the needs of others. True friendship has patience. That's one that most people, don't get to develop till old age. And when I say old age, I mean the age after you are not capable of having children, which for some people is sooner than others. The patience is something that is earned. It's something that may come more natural to some than to others, but ultimately, regardless of who you are, you will earn patience. True friendship inspires. What does it mean to be inspirational? To inspire is like beyond the motivation. Motivation is something that gets you moving physically, like motivates. And inspire, it's like gives you breath, it gives you life. It's like the breath of the creator that can cause the electrical circuits within our neurons, our brains to activate and to like create this image in our thoughts that allow us to visualize a future that we can work towards. And a true friendship does just that. It's like it's two individuals being able to conversate and being able to light up these images in their heads that are shared. You know, it's like being able to upload and download from one person's mind to the other. Our goals, visions, intentions, behaviors, and all that other good stuff that contributes to true friendship. True friendship judges you rarely, but fairly. You know, and we had to let it J, you know, J is where it's at. So while we're in the letter J, we'll go ahead and take our first break in the mission, and we'll go ahead and play a track by D Stazy. We're gonna just let it play out, but I'm gonna go where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna continue where we are. We're gonna shift to deep, true friendship course. Because I'm trying to talk about the difference between a comrade and a confidant. Comrade is just someone who's an associate, someone who's a casual friend, someone who's known by you. Now, confidant, that's just a few people. You know, if you got one good confidant in your whole lifetime, that's a gift.
They're good.
You know, many people are blessed with 2 or 3. They just don't take advantage of it. You know, don't make the best out of it. But a best friend isn't just a word. A best friend is someone who's there for you, no matter what, thick or thin. I can label anyone as a friend, but a best friend, that's something that needs to be earned. A best friend knows me, sometimes more than I know myself. Best friends share tears and laughs. You can trust them with anything and everything. I have a bunch of friends, but only a few that I can count on completely, and that's a confidant. And why am I talking about confidence? I'm talking about confidence because we all need a confidant. It keeps us sane, and it also it keeps us motivated and inspired to be successful. And, you know, for me, success is to not be depressed. Now, just because you're depressed doesn't make you a failure. However, many that are depressed end their life and never give themselves the opportunity to be a success. And I'm talking about success, I'm not talking about money. Money is one form or one game that people play that you could measure, you know, by how much cash you got, and, you know, fame, et cetera, et cetera. But a confidant now is like a lot of people get that confused and they treat comrades like confidants, and then they wonder why they're living in conflict. It's because you not doing the best job in choosing whom to share yourself with. Now, granted, that could be broken down and looked at from different perspectives. Like I said, I feel that it could be positive to share yourself fully to anyone, but not everyone has that ability or interest in doing that. There's a benefit nonetheless, because by being vulnerable, you know, you could create the conditions for someone that is thick skinned, rough around the edges, someone who is not known to be a confidant. You give them an opportunity to see an example of what it means to be a true friend, a best friend. You know, rare as is true love, true friendship is rare. You know, that's what this is about. The Real Talk Show, where we talk about friendship, love, and purpose. I mean, friendship matters, love matters, purpose matters. It matters to our mental health, our physical health, and all the other healths that exist. You know, when I think of all the other healths, I'm thinking about healthy relationships, with people, resources, all of the above. All of the above. Things are never quite as deep when you have a best friend. So when I say deep, I mean filling it in for a word that I don't care to repeat. But things are never quite as wrong, incorrect, as in a state of doubt. When you have a best friend that you can count on, you know, to see the silver lining, the bright side that may not always be visible, you know, with the naked or solo eye. And yes, a solo eye could be considered a naked eye, and eye that is assisted can be one that is fully clothed with cloth. True friends are like diamonds, bright, beautiful, valuable, and always in style. It's another quote. You know, we're not gonna just be like, there you go, you can see that. A friend is someone who knows all about you and still loves you. Knows all about you and still loves you. On that note, you know, we will check out a Prince 8 track. Like
We on this topic of friendship, and it's just important to say is like you gotta value the relationships you got. When I say friendship, that includes like family too. Like those are friendships that are also familiar relationships. So it's important to cherish them. It's important to give them time and attention. And I know for me, I haven't always had a chance. Well, I've always had a chance. I haven't used my time to feed attention to my family, and that's something that I wish I could continue to take steps to improve. And there's this feeling or these thoughts that caused me to want to do that at a future time, like when I am in a different place, and it has to do with time. Like I'm just trying. I'm in the process of using my time to make future time, and when I make future time, then I ought to have more time to then be able to relax and give time to those relationships. But as I talk about it out loud, that's not cool. It's not cool. So I'll need to make an attempt to solve that in the near future, because that's not cool. It's like, why wait? I find myself making that criticism of others, and by that I mean that's my opinion of others. Like, yo, just do it now. Whatever it is you want to do later, do now. You know. But here's the counter. The counter is, yeah, but I need more time so that I could prepare myself to be able to do just that. Because if I do that, then I'm not going to be giving attention to this other category that needs more attention. Because if I don't do this other category, then I can fall out of alignment and lose my place, lose health, lose physical health, lose emotional health, lose some form of health.
Would think that it would just come out, but it's not. You know what I mean? Ultimately, I'm trying to get to a place where I have deep, positive friendships. When I say positive, I don't mean I mean pleasant. Pleasant. And within the pleasant, there's room for disruption and discomfort. Ultimately, I'm at a place in life where I'm good. I'm good. I'm good on the negative. I'm good on the disruption. I'm looking for experiences that are just smooth. Because I've been there, done that. They're best. No matter how many friends I have, no matter how much time, no matter how much I talk to them or spend time with them, I always remember that no one can replace you. You were, are, and will always be irreplaceable. You have a special place in my heart forever. Sincerely, your brother. Yeah, confidants are special, but everybody's replaceable. I mean, not something you may want to hear.
And the idea that everybody's replaceable is that as a human, we have to prepare our minds to be able to live without. Meaning, like, if there's this relationship, that relationship has an expiration date, and is when one of the two people are no longer here. And then that could be literally like they transitioned out of here, no longer have a body, or they transitioned to a different location and life circumstance that created a distance between you. But either way, each relationship has an expiration date. And it's important to recognize that, because then it doesn't have to be as dramatic or as intense when there's loss. Then one can recover from that and land on one's feet in a smoother way.
But time and time again, after people pass away, you see it clear as day. Everybody gets there 18 minutes. Some get an hour, some get a day, some get a couple days. Few get a month, and rare people get years.
What I was just saying is that, after someone transitions, their names will be mentioned for a period of time. Some people get 10 minutes, some people get an hour, some people get 10 days, 20 days, some people get 100, some people's name gets spoken of thousands of years later. So that's what I was.
We're about to just wrap it up and close it up with one last Prince.
So that is that. Jaden. Let's see. see if Jaden can tune us out. If you could tune me out, please.
Tune out, tune out, tune out. The Black Hair Party has presented the Real Talk Show, where we talk about friendship, love, and purpose. I was your host, JRX36, Jacob, and we'll see you next time. Ayu. Bye bye.
Ayu.